Hello. We are now into our fifth chakra. We will be addressing our throat chakra, the Vishuddha in Sanskrit. And the idea is to elevate from the heart to the throat. The throat is our communication. And so with that purification and feeling that fire into the heart, and then we can speak our truth and communicate clearly with the softness and the gentleness of our heart. So it's the power of our voice. It's also where creativity resides and where self-expression is. So it's really important as we communicate and reach out to the world that we are doing it with a place from our heart, speaking our truth with clarity. And with these poses, the idea is to open, expand, and release anything that might be blocking that communication from the throat chakra. So we're going to start with this particular series. There's going to be a few inversions we're going to do. And in these inversions, the idea is to elevate the lower chakras to fuel down and maybe bring it in closer towards the heart and throat as we invert the lower half of our body. So we're going to start off in the half bridge pose. So we're beginning seated. In fact, all these postures are going to be on the mat. We're not doing any standing postures, but we're going to lower down using the support of our arms, elbows to sink down. And just bring your shoulders into the floor. And let's slide the feet in a little bit. So the heels are going to come in close up against our buttocks. Doesn't have to be right against, but as close as you can slide those feet in while still being able to square all four corners of your feet. Your arms are going to be at your side. Good. And then from here, we're just going to focus in on the tailbone for a moment. See if we can just tuck it in and under. And notice a flattening out of your low back, a softness that sinks and grounds. And then with the press of the feet to the floor, we'll just gently keep curling in and lifting up with the hips and buttocks. Just a nice rise and elevation of the root and the belly, so that there's going to be almost a diagonal line from the knees straight on down into the shoulders. So the shoulders and the feet are bearing that weight. Everything else is elevating. And we're fueling it down, just pulling into that throat chakra with those lower chakras, allowing that Kundalini energy to move directly to the throat. With the arms, we're going to bring them in under, interlace through the fingers, press your elbows down as you curl in with your shoulder blades for a little extra support. And those arms ground. And from here, we can spring up a little bit more with the hips and buttocks, feeling that nice direct line from the root straight on through to your throat. It's me blowing a fly off my nose, being very focused and concentrated right now. Good. Let's let go with those hands releasing to the side. We're going to lower down, slow, moving out of this half bridge. Melt your spine one vertebra at a time, lowering so that that sacrum is the last to land, gentle. Perfect. We're going to bring those knees in a little bit, give a little press. Very good. And then let's just roll up to a seated pose, because the next one is a plow pose. And I really want you to feel the momentum of getting those legs back and over your head. So with the plow, it's definitely an inversion. So if this is not comfortable for you, that's fine. Actually, as a modification, you can come back and just bring your legs straight up. Still elevating. And if you feel comfortable bringing them closer in, you can. But the idea is when our feet are pressed to the floor, our knees are bent, we're going to take a big breath in, lift our heart. On the exhalation, bring that momentum of the legs with that breath back and over. Lower your toes down towards the floor, just above the head. You can support the hips with the hands. Walk in a little bit with those elbows. Make sure that the weight of the body is on your shoulders. There's no pressure on your neck or your head. So let the shoulders bear that weight, elevating your root. So there's a nice direct line, moving that energy straight into your throat. If you can let go, you feel supported and balanced enough, interlace the fingers, stretch your arms down into the floor, backs of your knees and thighs pressing up to the sky.
Mindful that you're keeping your head completely straight and holding here in plow. Good. Release now from plow. It's a slow release down. So the arms will come out slightly to the side. Press the palms to the floor. Use the strength of your core from that Manipura chakra, third chakra series. We have some strong core here to slowly make our way down. Melt your spine easy into the floor. Good. Let's bring those feet down, ground. Staying with your back connected to the floor, we're going to move right into our next inversion, a throat opening fish pose. We're going to slide the hands beneath our buttocks, sitting on the tops of your hands, tops of the wrists, and halfway up that forearm placing below your body as you gently slide one leg out, then the other. So you're sitting gently with your buttocks pressing in towards the tops of your hands. Legs will straighten out, toes will point, so the tops of your feet stretch. And then we're going to press the forearms, palms, elbows to the floor. Let's envision a little string connected to the very center of our heart and pulling the heart up gradually. So the shoulders will lift, the head will begin to slide in, and we're going to lift up with your throat, opening it straight up. If you want to lift off a little higher, you can even choose to elevate the head off the floor in fish. And here in most of my regular classes, my flow classes, this is a nice opportunity to take a big breath in, exhaling out as loud as you like from your throat. Letting go of any remaining residue or blockages of the throat. And then ease down when you're ready. Sink your head. Slide your foot in. Next foot in. Good. A little reward here with the hands on your knees. Press in towards you. Give your spine a little rock. Feels good for that low back. Your throat is clear and open now. Let's roll to one side. Ease our way up. And with that nice release in that throat, we feel that clarity. We find our voice tempered with the gentleness of our heart and clearing the way for the last two chakras. And I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Namaste.